Hi, and welcome to the Goddess Temple here in Coconut Grove in Miami, where we do transformational retreats and workshops on a wide variety of topics. The temple honors all of the sacred, all of the different spiritual traditions, but it has a particular dedication to the sacred feminine, hence the name. Because the world's been running really off balance, really off kilter for the last several thousand years, where the feminine and the sacred feminine have been diminished and made less than, and in some cases even demonized. So it's time for us to begin to right and to correct that balance. Today I'm going to give you a short tour of the temple, and then we're going to take a guided walking meditation through the temple heart-shaped labyrinth. This gorgeous creature is Paco, who has decided to grace us with his presence today. He's the temple peacock and actually eats out of your hands. Look at those colors, extraordinary, so beautiful, and so present to those seeds, right? Which is what we're going to talk about today as we tour the temple. We're going to drop in to ourselves, becoming more and more present. So we begin just by noticing the breath. Just breathing normally. But we notice the inhale and the exhale. Aware of all the senses, of any noises, sounds, any visual input. Fully noticing it all. Bringing our minds in from the past. Noticing what it wants to project or hallucinate into the future. And we gently bring ourselves back to this moment, to this present. Becoming fully embodied. So I imagine that we can follow the breath as it enters the body deeper and deeper with every inhale. And we allow the breath to relax. We allow the whole body to relax. Allowing the breath to breathe us freely, openly, deeply. And I think of it as a gas. If you can visualize a gas filling a container, it does so completely, equally, dividing itself to every corner, every nook and cranny of that container. In the same way, we can imagine ourselves dropping into our bodies, all the way from the top of the head to the fingertips and the tippy toes. And to do so a little more completely with each and every breath. And of course that means relaxing a little more, letting go of all that stress that we walk around with. Just allowing the breath to also breathe it out. I think of it as the tides. The breath comes in and brings with it power, presence, energy. And as the recedes, it cleanses, it purifies, it brings with it anything that does not belong in our bodies, anything that no longer belongs in our lives. And continue dropping into ourselves, incorporating all of the experiences around us, the visuals, the sounds, and becoming fully present, fully inhabiting our bodies, fully claiming them, and allowing ourselves to feel completely at ease in our bodies. And we began to walk gently towards the labyrinth, which you'll notice is heart-shaped. And when we do retreats, I think of that as the labyrinth of the heart. One of the retreats that we do here at the temple focuses on relationships. Like, how do we do relationships consciously? And how do we remove, how do we identify and dissolve these subconscious obstacles to love, the ways that we sabotage our own relationships by falling for, attracting people who are just not a match, or people who are just not available, thereby ensuring that they don't work out. Going back to the breath, coming back to the present, and present, that's where the power is. Right? That's the only thing we know is real, that is not a figment of our imaginations. We spend so much of our lives ruminating, stuck in a past that is gone, will never, ever, ever come to be again. Or fantasizing, projecting into a future that may, or perhaps not, will come to be. So as we navigate consciously this labyrinth of the heart, fully aware, fully present, noticing our breath, we simultaneously allow to surface any insights that we may have about ways that we have been keeping love at bay. So for example, in the relationships retreats, we look in two areas. We look at that whole constellation of family of beliefs about self-esteem. The stuff that we have picked up in childhood, we misheard something, or somebody said to us something the wrong way, and we made a conclusion that we weren't good enough, or that we're too much of this, not enough of that, that we were flawed in some way, damaged goods. So if that's what we bring as we approach a relationship, that's the only thing that's going to match that could possibly reflect that back to us. And we navigate the heart consciously, right? There's things we have to be aware of, hanging vines and imbalances on the ground and root popping up here or there, in the same way that these old beliefs from childhood will pop up unexpectedly. So in that same way, we navigate our lives, we navigate our hearts. And then the beauty of the breath work that we do here at the temple is that it begins to dissolve all those old beliefs, all those old and tired misunderstandings, because that's what they are ultimately. They're not true. They're not based on any reality. They're just misunderstandings of young minds and little minds that didn't know any better. And we continue walking, present, noticing our breath, allowing all of the sensory experiences, and yet fully present in our bodies as we come to center. And we allow ourselves to just be. feel peace. If we expect for there to be peace in the world, it's got to start within. Then we can begin our journey outward, back into the world. Still fully present, still mindful of every step. Mindful of the curves that life will continue throwing our way. But if we will walk life presently and being willing to do the work of noticing the stuff as it comes up, of reeling in our projections, of understanding the ego mind and how it works and its tendencies to judge and to compare itself to others. If we will do our lives and our relationships mindfully like that, then it's all grist for the mill, and we can allow all those experiences to support our process of healing, our process of awakening, our process of remembering who we truly are and what we're doing here for this short time that we are on this planet. Continuing to breathe slowly, deeply, fully present. So wherever our day next takes us to next, we do so with that presence, with that awareness coming from a place of center. One foot in front of the other. And we allow a sense of peace, a sense of joy even, a sense of gratitude. Gratitude. So many things to be grateful for. When we allow gratitude in our hearts, there's no room for anything else. So we allow now, as we walk back out into our days, into our lives, to feel a sense of gratitude, a sense of privilege for being alive at this time, at this most critical point in our collective evolution. And to have the technology available, the wisdom available at our fingertips to free ourselves. Thank you for your time. Many, many blessings. And much love as you continue on your journey.